from EU. Champions and their runners-up.
And you can tell why these teams are so good. I loved that tactics choice by GameSense at the beginning.
Yeah,
playing
great
the
tactics.
entrance. Yeah, if this was old school Ruins of Lordaeron, where they could have had the side, that would have been even more effective. But you saw them control that cone of line of sight. Every time that any one of their players stepped in, immediately they were going to dump damage into another.
Yeah, and that's a very viable and common almost ruin strategy for MLS is, you know, that setup. And that's a good area to be in because if you get around Tomb, you know, you start running into line of sight issues with your teammates and it's a lot easier to get separated. So I like that they stayed in the starting area. I would not have wanted to see Rodriguez extend when he did because another was playing so well with his team. You saw them fall back to Tomb at the perfect time. MLS's cooldowns were coming back up. The stars were about to align, but Yaz saw right through it, pulled back to the Tomb, and was able to basically mitigate that entire push out in the mid. Another waited for his cooldowns to come back up and just went in there and was a DK, essentially.
Yes, he was. And those pet stuns were so timely. It seems like he saved them for the perfect moment. And right towards the end when... I
like that grip, too.
Yeah,
around the corner a little bit,
great.
just hiding in the bushes, just like, yo, what's up, mage?
Because his shaman basically fell back into the starting area, either to try to get some drinks, to line of sight. We saw him right on camera, and then we switched, and Rodriguez got gripped out, way out of line of sight with the pet stun at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, he burned his blink on it, but still, you know, you're going to take at least a global's worth of damage from a DK, and without barrier up, you're looking at about a fifth or sixth of your health as a mage.
And he was using everything. We saw mana shield every time it was up.
Yeah.
Anything he could do.
Yeah, definitely got to be max. I mean, you know, mage mana issues are not what they used to be for sure. So he's almost able to spam that mana shield and keep absorbs up. It hurts his mana pool, but not more than a loss.
All right, so 1-1 right now. Both of the European teams facing off. GameSense really needs this win right now if they want to stay in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done all the math, but I'm pretty sure that's true.
It's so close.
It's mathematically they need to win this to stand a chance to progress to that top four.
It is quite possible that fourth place rather might be determined by who wins this, because if they are tied for points, then it goes based on who beat who in the round robin.
Yep, we'll see that match one rule come into effect, and we'll talk about that a little later if it comes to that. Just one of our several awesome rule changes this year.
All right, so on your screen, top left, of course, is going to be Yaz Presents, the European champions. A couple world champions on there.
Valor.
And it's on Ring of Valor, of course.
So guess what? This is Yaz Presents' worst map.
Is it?
Yeah. So this could be rough for them.
Definitely. All right, GameSense, top right, of course, Rodriguez playing that mage, playing phenomenally at this tournament.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's done so well when it comes to playing an aggressive mage. He extends at the right times. He doesn't overextend.
So Ring of Valor, quick map. Let's hear it for both of these teams. This is going to be quick action. So much skilled play on screen for you guys. All right, so right out of the gate, see how Rodriguez can handle this, of course. Straight from the start, he's going to trinket, going to get that damage up right away.
Yeah, but another closing distance. You see him popping IV, getting everything going, tossing out some spell steals. And there's a Hex on another into a ring. Kind of a wasted CC combo there. Would have liked to see him catch Glyptic or Fabio into it. But Glyptic playing max range, catches some fear, gets out of it with a Tremor. And another not chasing around Big Pillar. Not
he
make
gets
the same
coiled. Wow, while the shield is up. Unlucky. There we go. All right. So another is not... I mean, this is going to be the name of the story. Of course, Glyptic is in a poly right now. A counterspell onto another. He's taking a lot of damage if they can follow up that CC onto Glyptic.
See, another
and an impact stun too. Wow, another already using AMZ. We said this was going to be fast. Look at all the damage coming out from this MLS.
Yeah, but Glyptic is just allowed to run rampant over here in the backfield. If they do not stop that, they're not going to have an easy time beating anybody on Ring of Valor as MLS.
But if they're not
get control going.
Definitely. It looks like if they can't get on Rodriguez, they're going to try to hit Backroth whenever. But another taking so much damage, that spell log made him fall behind. Yet another impact stun right there.
Yep, he's just stripping another's buffs right now, making him an easier target for these mages to line up on.
So that Strangulate's going to fade off of Rudenhouse right now. But Backroth not in very much trouble, able to port away. They are playing very defensively. I like this yet again. Of course, his portal was up top, so he was able to get far away from there. There's a deep freeze onto another. No CC onto Glyptic right now. IBX out of it, but Dakroth taking so much damage. A fear onto Rodriguez. Not going to be able to stop anything. UA just fell onto Drudenhouse right now. Not going to be able to heal at all. Dakroth has nothing up right now.
Yeah, Big Pillar's not up. He cannot portal. to safety at all. And they're going to get on Drudenhouse, who doesn't have a streak anymore. He's got War Stomp. That's his only major out.
Feeling Totem is not hitting anyone right now. It is completely ineffective. Look at that. Nobody on the, there we go. Now they're barely going to get inside of that and top off those life bars a little bit. We see a fear onto Rodriguez, who's going to either will or trinket out of that.
Yeah, he willed it right out of that instantly. And that's, you know, he's
but the damage having to block immediately after. Wow, having to use that trinket, or will, which
UA
is
silence right now.
Right after.
He's in such an odd position. Like, Liptic's sitting in the middle the entire match, just running back and forth. Literally just strafing between the two little mesh gates. There's been no control on him. He catches a UA silence, and they're just not getting over to him. You know, Rodriguez could blink over
another's in a ring right now.
It's just not happening. Yeah, they've got control going, but if they could get Glyptic into any CC, I'm telling you, another would fall over without AMS up.
All right, so another, look at all the damage onto another. It's just constant. I mean, as a DK, you know you're going to be focused non-stop. But Dakroth tossing that Demon Soul up with a Death Coil onto another. These are going to be some big dots on him right now, doing a lot of damage.
Dakroth's pet is banished, by the way, so it's not going to be spell locks there on Glyptic. He's going to have a lot of free reign to keep another up.
Right, so Glyptic back there. Nature's Swiftness gets it off, though. Thought the counterspell caught it, but Dakroth, wow, look at that. So many members on the team of Game Sense. That second block out of Rodriguez. Dakroth solo. We see a silence on top of him. He's not going to be able to use any of his wards. Wow, with a War Stomp on top.
He got gripped and then War Stomped into that. Good timing on Drudenhouse, peeling for his teammates any little way he can, using that Torn Racial. Every bit counts, for sure.
Oh, so true. Dakroth up top again. Great portal placement, of course, but he has to wait for that to go up. We see those Necrotic Strikes stacking up. Rodriguez coils in his Evocate, getting solo, and he goes down.
Yeah. He's just right around the pillar there, in line of sight of anything. That's all it takes, especially got no barrier up, you've got no block as a mage. Any sort of hard CC like that is going to spell disaster.
I liked Glyptic's play because of where he was standing. The entire fight was concentrated around the back large pillar, which means he was able to sit in midfield and just max range everything.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that there